How to navigate in Blender. So the first option that I'm going to be showing you is pressing down the middle mouse button. So as soon as you press down the middle mouse button, you can see that you can orbit around the scene in a circular movement. However, the other option that you do have is zooming in. So how do you zoom in? Well, all that you need to do is just use your scroll and just move in slowly, or just zoom out slowly, just like that. So let's just select this lamp over here, and you can see that it currently zooms into the option or object or the cube over there, and it's not zooming into that. You have a couple of options and settings that you can select to then change the way you would like to zoom it in, which I'll be showing you later on. Right, so there's two options. First of all, now we're orbiting, which is holding in the middle mouse button, and then scrolling into the middle mouse button will then allow you then to zoom in and zoom out. Okay, so there's a gizmo over here, right, which is this over here, which allows you to do the exact same thing. So as soon as you click onto it and move it, you can then see, you can then now orbit around the object, as well as change views and so forth. And this was created, however, for people that is using laptops and so forth, which was a good idea. Another thing to look at is the zoom in and zoom out. That's if you are using a laptop, right? So these gizmos are very important for someone that's using a laptop. However, you can use external mouse as well. Okay, so those are different options that you have when it comes to moving around. So let's just say, for example, that I'm over here, or let's just say I'm over here. However, I would like to get this object, right, that's over here, and I would like to focus on this object. Then what I can do is press down shift, hold down the middle mouse button, and you can see now we are panning. Okay, so now we are panning. So holding down the shift button will then allow us now to pan around in the scene. Okay, so another thing to look at is the different views. So you have options on your keyboard whereby you can press the numbers, and it's going to switch it to different views. Okay, and this is literally just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So those are different views, right? So now when it comes to the different views, right, for example, like look at this. Oh, the view is very out. But anyway, let's go to the front view, which was 1. And then if you do get confused with those, what you can do is go over here to the header and select view, and it's going to give you options here. So it is cameras, viewport, and as soon as you see viewport, it shows camera. This is the view from the camera. And then if you go back there, viewport top, which is numpad 7, and you have a number of these over there, right? So we can then use the middle mouse button to come back over here, and now we have the option of knowing how to navigate in Blender. So another option that we do have is going over here, right? I'm just going to bring the camera over here. So another option that we do have when it comes to navigating in Blender is, for example, let's just say zooming in over there, and but we have this selected over here. So what use would it be if we zooming over to the cube, however this is selected and would like to work on the camera? We do have a couple of options. For example, let's just select the cube, and then we're just going to press on the numpad, which would be the del or point on the numpad, and you can see that it frames it. So you can also go over here and select view, and then we can select numpad. Okay, so frame selected, and then you can see it's framed just like that. Another option that we do have is, for example, when navigating around, let's just say we have this over there, you can see that it's still navigating around the center, right? And and then you can see it's still navigating. However, our work is on the side over here, and we'd like to zoom in over there, and it's not doing that. So what we can do is go to the edit, preference, and then what we can do is look for navigation, right? And then we can select depth and save preferences. Let's just close that. Now you'll see that it will then be orbiting around whatever we have selected. For example, let's see, we have a cube selected, and now you can see it's orbiting around the cube. Over there we have the cursor over there, right? Yeah, but you can see that it is now, let's just take the cursor over there, and you can see that it's still orbiting around whatever object we have in the scene. Like for example, let's see, let's select this option, right? And you can see now it's orbiting around the object that we have selected. That is something useful as well. And then zooming in, as you can see that we have this object selected over there. However, it's still zooming into a space that is not going to be profitable to us. So another thing, or another option to change that, is to go back to the preferences and go click on zoom to mouse position. Okay, let's just save it, and then we're going to close it. So now we can zoom into the mouse position. So if we have the mouse over there, it's going to zoom in. If we have the mouse over here, it's going to go zoom in over there, and I believe that is very useful. So that is something that we can then use in the future.